5:03. Relatively, though, the rest of the field won't think she slowed down because of that distance. But let's just run through the positions. So in the gold medal position currently is Anna Sheremy of Ukraine. In the silver medal position is Kim Se-jong of Korea. And in the bronze medal position, it's this athlete from the People's Republic of China, Xiao Shishar.
Yeah, and you'll see it's pretty close there. It's a 3-second gap to Girangeli, the Swiss sculler, who we saw at that fantastic opening ceremony of these championships, where she was attending along with a wonderful crowd. And Shanghai has put on such a welcome to the world of rowing, which really started off with that fantastic opening ceremony.
Yeah, I think we're looking at Sheremy there, but you can see the time of Girangeli and Xiao there. I mean, and that is absolutely where the jeopardy is, 3 seconds difference. And the determination that Girangeli showed when she spent that year in hospital away from her family, you think that sort of experience is going to be what athletes like Girangeli and these other para-athletes are drawing on, where it gets really tough, really difficult in the third quarter of this race.
Yeah, having to dig deep is something that I guess is not going to be unfamiliar to all these para-athletes who will have gained resilience and toughness through the lives they've lived to date, and they're using it now on the water like nothing else. Just looking at that picture of the Korean sculler and just how hard that must be, sculling with a really tough gearing, so not much leverage in her favour, and just using her arms, hands and her shoulders to scull the boat along.
Yeah, it was fascinating. You know, we were at the dock the other day and we saw Sheremy just, you know, go down in a wheelchair. She had 2 guys from the Ukrainian team carrying the boat, but just then she gets out of the wheelchair, sits herself down on the dock, and then kind of levers herself into the boat, and that specially formed seat that she's got to sit in and help her.
Yeah, she's very adept, isn't she, at getting into the boat and then going out on the water. And it was hot, and she was out for a long time as well. She went out and honed this technique that we're seeing now, and it is so effective. It's so clean, so crisp in and out of the water that she gets those blades locked, and she does nothing to slow the boat down. I think that's a thing. She's very flat in her draw. See, the boat doesn't jump up and down at all. It just keeps pressing out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and that's going to take her from 4th place to a Paralympic medal, and that's what she wants in LA. To my way of thinking, 1,500 metres, you know, she's going to love that.
Yeah, 1,500-metre racing at the Los Angeles Olympics will definitely help will definitely help Sheremy. Skarstein possibly less so if she competes, because she tended to leave it late and come through in the last 500 when she needed to.
That is such a sort of tough gearing that she's got. I mean, she is really using her blades. The rating is relatively low.
Yeah, when we say tough gearing, we're talking about the distance between the handle where the rower has the hand and the button or the gate. And if that distance is shorter, then you give yourself less leverage, which means you do go further per stroke, but you do really feel it. So it's like being in a very tough gearing on a bicycle and having to really work it. Sheremy here, you see, she looks like she's got a little bit the easier gearing. She's able to just rock backwards and forwards and just keep it a little bit flatter and a bit less, probably a bit less lactate in her arms, albeit that I'm sure there's absolutely plenty.
Yeah, she's relatively slight in her upper body, I think, compared to some of her competitors. But this is a Girangeli from Switzerland behind her, is not going to get past Xiao Shishar. But the Chinese athlete, if she can look round, and I don't know, some of these athletes do have, you know, mobility issues in terms of stability issues, and how much Xiao knows about the closeness of the Korean. Anyway, that's the battle going on behind Sheremy, who comes up to the line gracefully, wonderfully. We are delighted that she finally has that world gold medal to put to her palmares.
And we're going to cast our eyes back, and we're going to see this medal for the race for the silver medal. At the moment, the Korean sculler is just hanging on with probably about 10 strokes coming in towards the line. The Chinese sculler desperately trying to get that bow in front.
Sprinted, she's found something extra. Kim Se-jong from Korea, moving away from Xiao Shishar of the People's Republic of China. Silver medal wasn't to be for the Chinese, and Kim really wanted that medal in the back pocket. Girangeli was in the fight and will have to be satisfied, though. She's coming up to the line now.